What is up, guys? We're here bringing you another awesome video. Today's another league challenge tabletop video capture. We went to our local store. We played a league challenge, which is not a typical league challenge because we're not playing for points. We are playing for an ETB. So the correct title of it is a league challenge ETB. Oh, a league ETB challenge. Sorry, confusion. But we are playing with the infamous Dragapult EX with the Dusknoirs, with the hammers, as you can see here, with the hammers, with the rare candy, with the Dusknoir once again. So ideally, if you watch the streams, the past streams, you have seen me play this deck, and I said I would play it at my local store. And you're about to witness how I went. And again, please be a grain of salt. I haven't played in about a month, or like haven't played in person in about a month, and the streams leading up to this event was like my only practice run. Obviously, I misplayed a lot, but we are learning together as as you guys watch. The idea is just to build more knowledge of our mistakes and see how other decks operate from the opponent's view, and seeing if we can get better and eventually win a League Cup, regionals, and an IC, and then eventually Worlds. I want to see the growth, and this is what this channel is all about. I mean, it's called Master Quest because we're all on a quest to become masters. But yeah, this is the deck. It's nothing too much. It's just packed in with a lot of cards that a lot of people don't understand. How can you fit rare candies, crushing hammers, the Dusknoir build, and the Dragapults, and still have it to be 60? Well, here it is. If you guys want to run it, it's actually quite strong, but I think it has some faults to it. Obviously, not having the fourth Ultra Ball makes the less consistency as finding cards, as well as not having Dawn limits my capability of finding my evolutions and my basics during itchy pollens. It gets quite difficult in certain situations. But that, I mean, again, with a lot of things implemented in the deck, everything kind of works if it works. But obviously, against a good player, they will obviously. Against a good player, it comes down to like how well your deck can be consistent. And as much as I love to say this deck has some faults, it's not very consistent. You can whiff a Lily's Determination very quick, very fast. Like you can play turn 1 and get a horrendous hand. Turn 2, play it again, horrendous hand. Like you won't be able to find certain things, and that's what kind of makes this deck a little less inconsistent, because you can just grab, like you get certain cards you don't want to get in the early stages, and then later stages you get some cards you don't want. But it's hard to thin with only 3 Ultra Balls, and that's the only way of discarding things. So it gets kind of difficult. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in round 1. Alrighty, guys, we're here bringing you round 1 of this Pokemon League ETB challenge. So for all you don't know, this is a Pokemon League that my local shop does, and we got the fist bump. So set the timer. Oh, something's wrong with my timer, baby. Look at that. Yeah, it got cut out. Boop. There we go. Alrighty, so like I said, this is a Pokemon ETB challenge where my local shop, first place, gets an ETB of the recent set. So it's a pretty good initiative to keep up and going playing, and brings out more competitive players. As you see, we're going against David Zhang. For people who don't know who David Zhang is, you can actually find him on the Limitless TCG leaderboard. He is a pretty good player, He's a really strong player who does really well in all these regionals and stuff. So going round 1 against him, it's always frightening. And then I know it's going to be a huge fight for me. So now it's just like, how can I have the advantage? Because he's always like 3 steps ahead of me, and no matter what I do, he is still three steps ahead. And it's like frustrates me. But as we see, he starts up with the Clefairy. It's not a good start, but it's good. It's still a good attacker. So if you can get that set up, he can start swinging with it. As you can see, I just have my little Dreepy. He has 2 Dreepies. So if I went first, I just lose. He did opt in to go first, so against the Dragapult matchup, this is pretty good. Because you can win the race technically. Whoever gets to their Dragapult first wins. But there's like now it's a lot of wiggle room, but it depends on really how strategic you are with your plays. But I'm just doing a little price check here, and I remember I just grabbed the Badoo because I want to guarantee that Badoo. I don't want to whiff it from. I do have lilies in hand, and I don't want to whiff it from the lilies, so I want to make sure the card I don't want to whiff gets into the field as fast as possible. So just looking through, just making sure. I don't remember doing an actual like good price check, but it was just like trying to see like what can I do here. I remember I priced 2 Dracloaks. I don't know it at the time. It was just I find out later. So I opted in to attach. I put down the Badoo, knowing I want to Badoo because it's the only way to slow him down. I have Crushing Hammer to hopes to slows him down. Failed the first roll, and here we go. As you can see, we have the Dragapult up already. Jesus, that stutter. Let's see. Let's I also figure out how to use this thing. So we got the Lily's Clefairy here, and he is playing Chicken Pult. So it's like the Dusknoir matchup has a more favor towards the Chicken Pult. It's just unfortunate. It was just it really comes down to who gets set up. If they get to their Blaziken first, it's then I lose because it's hard to knock out that and slow the roll because you have to knock that out to stop their aggressive energy attachment with the 2 monkeys. Or you just lose, and then to also attack, but then you just get re-KO'd with their Dragapult, and then it's a hard time to actually kill their Dragapult, because at that point they already have their spread. It's mundane. But as you can see, I whiffed the lilies on getting an actual board set up, so now I'm just like losing this prize race. So this Itchy Pollen is doing work for me. Because look, I like as we saw from his hand, he has 2 Dracloaks in his hand. He already played 1. He attached to it to make sure he has all he needs next turn is a Crispin and Dragapult. But as you can see, my field is just terrible. 2 Dreepy, 1 Dreepy and 1 Badoo. So yeah. So it's just kind of frustrating. So he's just searching through his list, his deck to search for the missing cards he needs, and then he passes. So now it's my turn to at least get as set up as possible. In my head, he can get it this turn, so I have to think like how. What is his optimal play? Is it to just board wipe me, just be more aggressive and take the initiative edge? I have the unfair stamp in hand, so I was like, maybe I could just put him down to a 2 card hand, right? He will lose 1 Dracloak if he goes aggressive, unless he gets another GP set up, but he won't be able to find that, and he will only have 1 recon to work with after the unfair stamp. So I was thinking of like, should I keep it, should I not? But I decided to get set up as much as possible, because if I don't get set up, I just lose, because even with that Dragapult hit, and I'm still behind, right? Because more likely he won't be able to boss, but more likely what would happen is he just puts all 60 in, like split the damage 30-30, and then next turn I just auto lose if I don't get set up again. So that's like kind of like what I was thinking. So I'm like, get more set up, try to build as much. I wanted to go for a second Duskull, but unfortunately it was prized. So I just opted in to get another Dreepy, just to get like a full bench, and if I can draw through cards faster than him. At this point, still didn't know I prized 2 Cloaks, so I was trying to. I just thought that was my ultimate play. Just get if I can get more draw than him. Next turn, I can just rare candy into the Dusknoir because I have the Pokepad, I have the rare candy, and then just take it away. And then so it was like that was my ultimate play, and I was like, I don't think he plays judge. Is not what I was thinking. I don't think he like obviously unfair stamp. Special red won't work. Unfair stamp wouldn't work because I didn't take a KO. So that was kind of what I was thinking. And now he's debating on what to do. He's trying to see what is my optimal line. I think he was more scared of the Duskull. So we could see he does get the Dragapult. So now he's thinking like, okay, I could just boss next turn, take away his only Jacloak, if he doesn't get another one, or I could just chase whoever has the most energy. So as you can see, and then with the item lock, he's still pretty locked, and he's thinking of what to grab. He plays the Dawn. Debating on what he gets. I remember. I believe he grabs the Badoo. He's like, okay, if I can slow him down, then we're good. Sorry for the yawn, but yes. So he's debating on either a monkey play to get his monkey set up, or just stall me out with a Badoo, so I can't get set up and I can't search for my other Jacloaks, because basically if I get more Jacloaks out from him, then I can draw more, and no matter an unfair stamp or a special red will affect me because I have draw. So he really just opts in for, guarantees himself a Blaziken, gets the Badoo, he opts in for the Badoo, and then grabs a Combustion. When I looked at this, when I first saw it, I remember him thinking like, oh, that's he didn't really have anything to grab for a basic, so he just grabbed the Badoo just to grab it. Maybe I was thinking like, oh, maybe he prizes Torchic, and he's going to try to grab it and just have his hand set up perfectly, so he has the line in his hand already. But he retreats into the Badoo, and I was not prepared for that. And then he itchy pollens me. Put a little notification on my top of my deck to make sure I don't go and grab items, as I always do when I get itchy pollen, because I forget. So now I have these useless item cards that just doesn't work for me. So I recon. I grab the Duskclops. Play that down. At this point, I stall for an extra turn. I boss up the Clefairy, and then I smack it for another itchy pollen. Hopefully he doesn't have a way out. I think that was the best strat, especially with like my whole hand was being items, and I think that just gave him a lot of information. Like, okay, his hand is really dead. If I can slow his, like, there was no energy attachment. Maybe he was trying to save it or not, but I think that's what he was reading. But at this point, he's able to grab 2 cards every turn, versus I'm only allowed to grab. At this point, he also had Dragapult, but he chose not to play the Dragapult due to the fact that there's like he doesn't know that I play rare candies, but to assumption like, oh, he can't play rare candies because of the Badoo. So he attaches to the Clefairy once again, and I think he's debating on playing this Crispin just to have the energy attached, or seeing if any other play is optimal. The Crispin would definitely be good for next turn, but he also has to stare at that Dusknoir. I mean, the Dusclops on the bench, because it's like, oh well, if he has Dusknoir in hand, then he could just pop my only uh, Dracloak with a Nor, but he just bosses my Dreepy, Itchy Pollens me instead, and I have no way, I have no outs to this other than just one Dracloak just to hope to get energy, and I don't. I get the Dragapult and Buddy Buddy, and I opt in to grab the Buddy Buddy for an Ultra Ball later down the road, because I have Ultra Ball in hand. And I was also trying to see. I was like, this Itchy Pollen, if he does it for another turn, I could just be in deep waters. So I'm debating on just popping my own Clops to knock out this Badoo. Obviously, I evolved my Dragapult just in case he bosses it up, and I just pass. I just pass. I think the best play here would have popped. I should have popped my Dusclops here, and just so he doesn't have um he couldn't Itchy Pollen me. Obviously he could just like pull up the cloak, but if he doesn't, then he will either bring up the Clefairy once again, but um, that was the strat. But giving him the ability to now not be item locked, he gets his Torchic finally, searching through his deck just to see what's not prized. He puts down the first monkey, which is a big problem for me because he just throw energies back. He opts in to play a Crispin just to get set up here. Um, Psychic and Fire. Trying to get his board as much set up as possible. Just trying to make sure, like, how many energies does he have? So he has two psychics already in the discard. So I'm like, okay, if I can grab another Crushing Hammer and actually hit this, we should be good. He Night Stretchers his only dark energy. And then recons for two more cards, which is like at this point, I think I know I'm like in deep waters because like in board state it's just terrible. I gave away my draw, but that was just to protect my cloak, because even if I did not, he had boss already in his hand, as we can see, and the chances of, like, I can see his uh hand size is pretty massive. So like not having boss in hand already is like, it's like that's like a stupid guess, like just to say like, oh yeah, he don't have boss. I can hold out for another turn would be like insanely stupid for me. But I opt in to play. I opt in to evolve. Now, if my like I have no Jacloaks, it's my turn. I attach my dark energy, which would have been great if I had it a turn early. But it's okay. We we attach. Now I'm thinking about my best play. Like, I don't have draw. I lost a draw. So now I'm just debating on just popping this and see if I get lucky here, because it's like, okay, what if he promotes something? Maybe I have Meowth. I was like, Meowth can get me Crispin. If Crispin, then I can start swinging. So let's see what I can attack. And he's debating on what to throw up and what's more viable for him. So he opts in to put the Clefairy up, and which is like, okay. I was like, okay, and I got a Dracloak from the prizes, which is good because now there's only one prize. I opted in to grab the item card instead. Oh, no, it was a Lily's Determination, which I knew I wasn't playing because I was going to play the Crispin to grab. I mean, the Meowth to play the Crispin. Sorry, and I was really debating. I was like, wait, hold up, let me see. I was like, okay, one fire energy is like, what is best here? Is the Christmas still a play? And it is. So I grab the psychic and the fire. Obviously, I already attached for turn, so it would just be the psychic, and then the fire goes to the hand. My board is still pretty bad because I have no backup attackers. I do play Rosa, so I could still be in the game because a lot of times it does. It does help me bring back because I'm not able to get set up with energies at all. So I bring him down, retreat. At this point, I'm really trying to get rid of that Torchic, because if that Torchic becomes into a Blaziken, then I'm in deep, deep water. Because Blaziken has the ability, once during your turn, you may attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. So it's just great energy acceleration, especially for Dragapult, because it only needs two. Like, all of his attackers just only need two energies, right? Fire and Psychic, or Psychic and Dark, or double Fire, right? Um, so it's pretty strong. And at this point, he's trying to like find the best ways to thin his deck to get that rare candy. Um, I should have shuffled his deck, but I just cut, which I'm going to go back to just shuffling people's decks, because cutting doesn't seem like it works for me. I always feel like they just get it, and I hear that shuffling your opponent's deck is uh, more better than it is for you as a player. So it doesn't feel like there's top decking. I'm not saying he like stacks or anything, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just better. And he finally gets the rare candy. He plays a what's it called? The Blaziken. Now, because all his did he get a psychic? He has psychic in hand, right? He has the last psychic in hand. Let me see. Yeah, he does have the last psychic, so he can attach, and then he's gonna put down. He's gonna grab his other Monkey Dory just to get set up. Oh no, actually, I don't think he has. Does he? Okay, he grabs the Meowth. I think he already has the second Monkey Dory in. Wait, I don't think. Yeah. He has the second Monkey Dory. He evolves. He attaches, and he uses the Blaziken's ability to put the Dark Energy into the other Monkey Dory just to be ready to throw back 60 damage, and he unfair and stamps. He special reds me here, which is a good special red, because at this point, like, I'm just in the pickle. I only have one draw. Which is like a really bad, like, I'm thinking, like, what can I do? Because I'm obviously I'm gonna stay. I'm still gonna be alive. Because it only hits me for 200. He has enough damage to throw back at me. Using the ability from Blaziken to move a Dark Energy to the Monkey Dory, to then move 30 to the Blaziken. Moving 30 from the Blaziken to my Dracloak on the bench. And he opts to remove all the damage from Blaziken by moving another 30 to, undecided yet, but spoiler alert, it is to the Dragapult, just to have perfect math next turn. And then he opts into Monkey Dory. Not Monkey. He used Phantom Dive, 200 to the active, 60 all to the Dracloak, and wiping that away. At this point, my hand is really bad. I think it's just a Dusknoir, Dusclops, Boss, and what was the fourth card? Another Dragapult. And as you can see, I have no other Dracloaks. I can't search. I boss up the Blaziken, hoping for the best. At this point, I'm not even paying attention to my prizes here. Let me fix those real quick. But all I can do is just hit 200 on the Blaziken, and I don't want a huge number at this point. Like, I just don't want him to like remove all 60 from a specific Pokemon, because the two monkeys just make it kind of impossible. So I do an even spread of 2-2-2, so he could still throw 60 my way, but at least those monkeys still have damage. At least something on the bench will stop damage. And obviously he has energy to retreat. The ability works on itself. Be able to retreat. Bosses up the Meowth. Moves all 60 damage counters from Monkey Dory to the Dragapult, wiping both my Meowth and Dragapult EX for him to take the game. All right, well, I'll see you in round 2, guys. Alrighty, guys, we're here round 2. We're going against Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Matchup is kind of like, I don't know, because I haven't had too much test with the deck. I don't really see a lot of gameplay against it from other people. It's rarely come up in the ladder for me as when playing live. So it's kind of like one of those, but apparently it did really well in one of the Limitless TCG tournaments, winning it, and unfortunately, like this weekend's tournaments, we saw a lot of Grimmsnarls. So I don't know if it's here to stay, but we'll see. Is very similar build to the pre-rotation with the Frostlass. I don't really think, other than the Gwens, is the only thing that's like brought the deck back and made it a little bit more better, because now it has that draw. But you are losing that supporter for turn for just more cards when Lily exists already. So it's like, is it good? Is it bad? I mean, just seeing an extra 6 more cards is pretty good. So I'm just trying to get set up. I have 2 Bitty Bitty Poffins. Great to start. Obviously getting my Pokemon, the 2 Dreepies, 1 Badoo, and 1 Duskull. Opening with the Monkey Dory is a pretty good as well, because, but I did see that he also opened with an Evital, and now my biggest thing is like, I need to get this energy attached. But unfortunately, I whiffed energy, and I don't have a supporter card in my hand. So my thought was, I need to pray and hope he doesn't get another dark energy and get rid of this dark on the Evital, because then I will be stuck. I hit the heads, and I got lucky. For all you who don't know, Evital has a move called Clutch, which during your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat, and you get hit with 20. But being on a Monkey Dory, it's weak to darkness, so to get 40 damage, which is, I'm not mad about it, because I can just use that damage later to put on their side. But unfortunately, I got the heads. Removed the energy off of it. He had a pretty bad start. He got Lily's turn 2. And then looking at this is kind of like, okay, he can get another dark. They play a lot of dark energies. As we can see in his hand, he already pulled it. And so me getting the chance of getting this Badoo in the active is now very slim, because I don't have, I will be retreat locked. And now my thought is, what can I do? I have Unfair Stamp in my hand. Should I just let them punch my Monkey Dory? Because it would technically be KO'd in 3 hits from a clutch play, right? Since it does 40 because of weakness. So I was thinking about doing that, but then it's like one strap, but it gives them 3 turns to work with, and it's like, that's not the best play, especially depending on what I top deck here, because my hand is not so great. I just know fallback is using, like, just give him 3 turns, Unfair Stamp him, and hope he can't recover after that. But you also have to like factor in like he could just boss and just keep the loop of retreat locking, him getting set up really far, and then who's to say he gets his Frostlass. As you can see, he puts down the Snorunt to potentially have his Frostlass with the Freezing Shroud ability. During your Pokemon's checkup, put 1 damage counter on each Pokemon that has an ability, both yours and your opponent's, except for any Frostlasses. So and basically my whole deck has an ability, except for like Badoo and Dragapult, right? And obviously some of the basics for my like starters. So this could be very punishing for me if he could just like keep me locked in the retreat lock. So basically, my hand's not that great. I have a Jacloak. I do have Risky Ruins, but it's kind of pointless in this matchup because I don't want to give them extra damage on their side, especially because they play the Monkey Dory route, as well as all their Pokemons are dark, so they wouldn't get the advantage, and it would just affect me the most, and it's kind of like pointless. So I play the Dracloak, play it down, and I opt in to grab the Ultra Ball to then grab a Meowth. I think it's my best play to get Lilies to help me get set up here. Because now I'm like debating what can I discard off my hand. The Night Stretcher is pretty good. I was thinking about throwing away the special red, but I need my 2 disruption cards for this matchup because he could just take it away anytime. And at this point, I'm just like ultra balling, quick, doing like a quick check. And then I realize my Meowth is prized. So no matter what I want to do, it's kind of pointless. So at this point, I am opting in for the next best thing, which is another Dracloak because I need draw. Because if I can't draw out of this, then I just lose. Obviously, I wanted the Meowth, but the Meowth was prized, so I couldn't do that. In my head, I was kind of thinking like, dang, I should just wait an extra turn, and then so I can save that Night Stretcher because I feel like that Night Stretcher is gonna come and bite me in the butt. I'm gonna be needing that Night Stretcher later, but we'll see. So I am playing now. My hope is to find a Lilies from this Cloak, or anything that keep me in this game. Obviously, I still have the unfair stamp in hand, so I'm like, okay, whatever, it's fine. I'll just play extra slow. He will get more set up than me, but if I can disrupt them, they won't have a way to actually. I was just hoping that he was just naive to be aggressive and just take away my monkey, and I have the ability to just unfair stamp him, and then I'll just take and then go from there. Boss around, play that strat. I opted to get the crushing hammer to disrupt his Evital once again, but yet it got tails, so that couldn't happen. So then I just passed to him, and then we finally get to Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Which it has the punk up ability. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 5 basic dark energies and attach them to your Marnie's Pokemon in any way you like, then shuffle your deck. So obviously we don't have to worry. He doesn't never have to worry about finding energies. So it's kind of like Charizard EX with search for your deck for up to 3 energies. And you can, but the difference is that Marnie's Grimmsnarl is only to Marnie's Pokemon, while Charizard is with every and with any Pokemon. Just instead of 5 energies, it's 3. So he's opting to just grab 3 energies and just kind of thinking on his deck. But we hit a stumble block. I remember that he accidentally put his whole hand into his deck while searching for the Marnie for the 3 darkness energies. So we called the judge, and obviously I already know how this plans out, and it's like basically was what if this happened at an actual sanctioned event is automatically game loss because you put your whole deck in your hand, and there's no one other than you who has the ability to say, I had these cards in my deck. There's no way to prove that you had these cards, so you can kind of fib your way. So that's why it's just automatic game loss, because there's no way to guarantee, except if you're on stream. Saturday we did went to another tournament. Happens to you, you do this, or your opponent does this to you, just know 99% of the chance it's a game loss unless you're on stream and have the capability of looking back through the stream to make sure what exact six or multiple cards you had in your hand. Um, but in this case, since um, I really didn't care, it was kind of like a friend kind of tournament. I mean, yes, there's a prize on the line. We did have to pay to get in. Certain people will get upset. But to me, I was just like, I already lost my first game. I'm not winning this ETB. I want to keep playing. I want to. So just be mindful of that next time. But going back to the game, we are. So he plays the lilies. He gets his hand back up. He gets a. The frost slash, right? Should I just get eliminate the frost slash, but then more likely he's gonna punch my Dragapult. What is the best out here, huh? So my thinking, because I'm still retreat locked, so I can't really do anything except for set up. So I was like, okay, I can potentially with this Lily determination, I can potentially now it's like again I can't attack because I'm retreat locked. Um, so I opt into I'll upgrade to evolve to my Dusknoir with the rare candy. Trying to thin as much as possible. Grab another Dreepy and start hoping to start swinging from here. Because next turn potentially get retreat locked and just to have more draw next turn as well is pretty good. So now I have 100 damage on my Monkey Dory. It's just one clutch or one frost slash away. And then I pass, and then it's up to him. And now we'll see because like my move. What I was thinking is like okay, he punch my Monkey Dory. I'll unfair stamp him, bring him down to a 2 card hand. I'll bring up my Dragapult. I'll boss up the Marty's Grimmsnarl. Uh, what's it called? Dust Noir it, and then and then and put all 6 damage onto the Frostlass. And then so now he Pokepad for another Frostlass. So now we're hitting for 2 ticks. And I was kind of scared because he had the opportunity to bring up my Dusknoir and start swinging here and taking like a 3-prize turn with Marnie's Graham to the Cloak and the tick damage from the Monkey Dory, from the Frostos to the Monkey Dory, getting him a 3-prize lead. But he goes for the Dreepy instead to take away my draw capabilities, which is a good move by him as well. The potential losing that potential, I could still like KO him next turn, but he's just getting set up, and he's just like, all right, that's fine, because if he brings it down to, I think in his head is just like, if I use a Dusknoir, and then it's like, then I go down to 2 prizes remaining, and then I just need to somehow KO your Dragapult. And it's probably possible if I just move more damage counters to you, because I can move 60 and then 180, and then 2 turns and you're dead, right? And I have no backup attackers. So kind of deadly. It's good. That's a good strat move from him, thinking about it. Because like I was at a huge disadvantage when it comes to this clutch play. Like I was just stuck. He's moving damages around to my Cloak, and he's about to take this 3-prize, 3-prize KO. Sorry, I need water. So he opts in to put, and the Cloak dies from Tick, and the Monkey Dory dies from Tick, and he gets a 3-prize lead on me now. And I'm just sitting here with Badoo, Dusknoir, and 1 Dragapult. It's not the greatest setup. I'm thinking like, okay, how can I get away from this? But now it's just kind of like he has the game, because no matter what I do, I was thinking about just attacking this Monkey Dory, spreading damage around, but then he just takes away my he could just pop anything next turn. If I bring in a Dreepy, that's fine. But it's like he would just punch my Dragapult, and then at that point, I need to get to my second Dragapult as quick as possible. And then, but the prize race is already lost, right? Because he would be down to 1. I would just grab 1 prize. I have 5 prizes remaining. To me, this is like a very grim situation, no pun intended. So, I was thinking all my outs. So I was trying to see like, okay, what's the best play here? I was like, okay, if I can get Boss, bring up the Marnie's Grim that only has 1 energy on it, and I was like, okay, if that's a possibility, he could possibly not grab 2 cards, he could possibly whiff the energy to attack. I'm trying where I'm getting at. So I got the Boss. I'm thinking about playing down this Buddy to try to thin out my deck as far as like grabbing any other Dreepies, or I can't remember if multiple Dreepies were prized. Just kind of just sitting there, because obviously first thing I do when I grab a Night Stretcher, or is see if it's viable, if I need it. I have the rare candy. I have the potential of grabbing another Dragapult. Next turn, if I can just top deck the Rosa, then we're pretty cooking. I see that there's no Dreepy, and I'm out of luck. So luckily I have this Night Stretcher, so that's pretty good. But the potential, I'm kind of just thinking like, oh, I actually do have 1 Dreepy, but I think I opted not to play it. Just because I was thinking about the board state. I was like, if he has the energy, he has the capability of a 3-prize turn. All he needs is an energy and boss up the Dusknoir, move 30 damage, to the Dreepy, and then knock it, and I'm just kind of like out of there. So that's my move. So I play the Boss. I grabbed I grabbed up the Marnie's Grimmsnarl that has just a 1 energy, hoping he whiffs, and then I just put all 60 onto the debating really hard here. I believe I'm just going to put it all on the Marnie's Grimmsnarl. I think the best play here, 280, 10. Because I was thinking about putting everything on the Monkey Dory, but the issue with that is that he would still survive, because he would be 10 short. He moved 30 back, and I mean next turn I would. But regardless, either way, it's still gonna be alive next turn, regardless. So I was like, I can just KO it next turn if he doesn't get the out. So he gets he obviously top decks Lily, and now I'm just praying he doesn't get the energy he needs. I'm pretty sure he went through a lot of energies. And I'm just thinking, like, again, I haven't played Gremlin in a long time. I don't know what their energy count is. Based off of Limitless TCG, it's about 9 energies, but it's hard to say because I haven't played it in so long. So, with that being said, it was like, hope he doesn't grab it. I opted to shuffle his deck because I was like, I'm not letting you top deck this. So he grabs his 6 cards. Found Secret Box, which is unfortunate for me, but I don't know it yet. And he doesn't have any. What's it called? He whiffed the energy, so that's great on my end. And now he's kind of debating. He's gonna move energies. And here we go. Because this, I'm trying to eliminate next turn. So this is the play I'm seeing in my head. I'm seeing, okay, here's the play. If I can somehow get boss, right? Because right now he's sitting with 100 damage with the 2 ticks off the Frostlass. I'm hoping with the Monkey Dory, he doesn't move the Frostlass off the bench. My best bet is to find the boss, somehow top deck it. I have Ultra Ball. I was thinking like, oh, I got Ultra Ball. We're good, right? We're good. I'll get the boss and we're chilling, right? Because then he won't have any attackers, right? But as I go into my turn, I realize, wait, I can't play this Ultra Ball because there's no Meowth. Meowth prized. So now I'm kind of a pickle. And I didn't really see the line until actually he brought it up to me at the end of this match, and I'll show you the line in a second once it's my turn. But I'm just sitting in there. I'm like, okay, 120. If I get boss, punch that for 200, and then use the Dusknoir to take off the second Marnie's Grimmsnarl, then he'll have no attackers, and then it'll kind of be my game because he doesn't play Psychic. All he can do is Clutch, and Clutch is fine with me because I can just take it away, put all the damage counters onto the Monkey Dory, it'll be KO'd, and then we're good. I think you can tell he's kind of like seeing that play because he's, what's it called? He's getting his Marnie's Impidimp ready to be plopped down next turn. Because if that's the case, then I'm back in this game, right? If I can get rid of his attackers. So he energy switch, puts it onto throws it off the eVTOL. So I'm like, okay, great. So now I can't be clutch if I get this amazing play. And now I'm just thinking, it's like, okay, I'm going to get punched 180 here. As long as we're still in this. We're still in this. All right. We just got to get the heart of the cards, right? Sorry. So he opts in to grabs to knock out my Badoo just to get an easy prize to bring me down to 2 prizes. From the Monkey Dory, and then punches me for 180, and then obviously 30 damage plus the tick, so that's 50. So I have 100 damage onto my Dusknoir. So this Dusknoir has to go this turn regardless. So I'm just sitting. So I'm just kind of crazy, hoping for this crazy top play. I don't get it. I have Ultra Ball. I'm about to. I'm still thinking this is a smart play, but now I realize it's prized, and now I'm kind of thinking like, oh, what to do. And now this Marnie's Grim has 120 damage on it on the bench. And here's the line I didn't see, but my opponent saw, and he thought this is what I was going to do. If I pop the Dusknoir, I popped it and put it in the active, hoping to get my Meowth. That was my thing, to then Meowth for the boss and then take away his threat, right? That was my play. And as you can see, we did not get the boss, but we got lilies, but that doesn't help us in any sort of way. So he puts up the Eevee. Now, my biggest thing is, as you can see, I was like, okay, well, I don't have boss. Playing the Dreepy that last turn is pointless regardless because it's just going to get KO'd. So I get the Fez, and this is my last hope onto getting this boss. And I'll tell you the line that he saw that was the exact same play I wanted to do regardless, just in a different way. So my move is like, let me get the boss. I can Fez. I think at the time I had 2 bosses left, so it's like it's not that hard. What you're watching right now is just, he was asking like how many damage counters did I had on the Marnie's Grimmsnarl, because this is when he realized the play I should have done, and then he tells me after the match is over, just to be less risky. And I'm hoping for the boss, and no boss. Unfair. The special red, I do opt in to play. I'm like, sure, why not? And now I'm kind of stuck in this bad position, and at this point I'm kind of just like, you got it. But here's the play that I did not see, which would end in the same result as I wanted, which was 120 onto the bench, right, of that Marnie's Grim. If I Dusknoired instead to the active to that Marnie's Grimmsnarl, that would have been that's 120, that's 150 plus the 60 damage Phantom Dive onto the Marnie's Grimmsnarl. That would have been 310, 20 damage short, but due to his own Frostlass, it would have died to its own tick. So I would have been able to take away both Grimmsnarls in the exact same play, but instead of me using the, I was in my head, I was thinking I had to use the Dusknoir for the active only, right? Because my like, it's like, I was like, sorry, the Marnie's Grimmsnarl that was already in the active have 260 already in there, so I was like, okay, that's just a Dusknoir away from being KO'd regardless, right? And so I was like, once I move it to the bench, pop it, right? It's gone. But I should have just left in the active, like you said, and just popped it onto the bench instead. That would have been 250, 60 damage. That would have been 320 to the end tick. At this point, as you can see, I'm like, does this thing have even energy required? It does. And at this point, I just don't see an out. I don't see an out for me. And I just give it to him right there, and that ends the game. So it brought me a great. So I love playing these type of games because I saw the misplay happen there. But as you can see, great games is why you kind of just let it play for fun, even though technically he got a game lost, but it's all good. We learned, and now we're going to better ourselves. So I'll see you guys on to the next round. All right, guys, we're here. Round number 3. Kicking it off with another mirror match. And as you can tell, we are 0-2, so it's not looking good. We're not nearly going to win this tournament, but it's good practice, and I do take a different approach this game. I'm like, I see the line in my hand. I have Crispin, Dragapult. I have a Dreepy. I believe I also have Rare Candy. But I'm like, let me just take this a different approach. Actually, I had Crispin, and I was thinking maybe if I just be more aggressive with the Monkey Dory instead of trying to get Badoo and trying to stall him out, it would be a little better play. So this game was mostly experimental, just to see like if being aggressive is the optimal play against the Dragapult, or trying to be more conservative. Like, again, I have the explosive ness of my deck with the Rare Candies, Dusknoir, and the Crushing Hammers. So I'm thinking, like, you know what? He might not be able to set up whatsoever if I just take it away, right? Just if I become more aggressive with the Monkey Dories, he doesn't play Rare Candies, so I know he's not be able to turn to me Dragapult. There's a chance he unfair stamps me, but I'm like, it's okay. And my phone being on the screen, that's just, I'm just calculating everybody's deck list and stuff, and seeing who I played, and just keeping notes for myself for this video that you're watching. So I do have pen and paper next time. I just forgot my notebook, and so I had to use my phone, which I don't really like using because it is kind of against the rules to use your phone during a match. But I was trying to keep notes down to talk about in this video. So that is what I'm kind of looking for. So I was just thinking, let me just be aggressive with this Monkey Dory. I can get Lily's next turn. I want to see if I can just take away his ability to be aggressive or to get stabilized. Because sometimes in situations where I'm unable to get set up because they're just constantly attacking me, and just I just end up losing because I can't get set up because they're just being more aggressive. So I opt in to let's just get it going. I have Lily's Determination next turn. I have a potential I can just top deck a rare candy, and then we're good. So he options. He's debating to put a Duskull, which is like fair because he's like, well, this is probably gonna get knocked out again. You're losing. Like you're debating like who should you bring up. I think in his defense, he should have brought up the Monkey Dory and then put Dark, and then move 30 to something else, and then just passing, right? And then next turn, Crispin, and then do your old things. I think that would have been better for him. But it looks like he had a dead hand, and he had to put down the Meowth to search for a better hand. If he has another Dreepy he could put down. He has Crushing Hammer, I see. He opts to play the Team Rocket's Watchtower, which is any colorless Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponent's have no ability. This makes it where I can't play my own Meowth, which, a little spoiler coming up ahead, it does hinder me like really bad towards like end game because I am just stuck with nothing other than an Ultra Ball. And obviously I have Meowth in deck, and it's just I can't play it because I just can't find my stadium. He opts in to play the Dusclops to evolve it, so it's like there's no cheekiness of like, okay, he can't KO me. Plays Crushing Hammer, fails it. Lily's Determination. Wait, was this 2 Lily's Determinations in a row? Am I mistaken? Did he do it twice? Let's run it back. We can run it back here. Let me let's run it back. Let's see. Running it back. Okay. Let's play from here. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. I don't see him playing. He moves up the Dusclops. That's a fine play. I don't see a Lily's in hand. Okay, so I don't see the Lily's hand. He just went through all the motions before he thinned out his list as possible before coming in. Yes, so we're pretty much good. We'll just keep it from here. So yeah, he grabs the Meowth for the Lilies, Ultra Balls for the Dusclops, and then eventually Lilies afterwards, after trying to Crushing Hammer me. So it plans out. I just thought I was fully aware, and sometimes it's good to rewatch this to see maybe if misplays happen or accidentally 2 supporters play in the same turn, because in person, and as you can tell, I was kind of distracted by keeping notes on my phone, as you can see being popped up. Again, this is just for merely practice, as I am 0-2, and the chances of us both winning to get the ETB is very slim, and which is fine. A lot of people would just pack up and go and be like, all right, I'm done. I had my 2 games. I didn't do good, and I would just and then go. But for me, I wanted content, and I wanted to learn how to get better against the Dragapult matchup. So I was just let's just go. So yes. Um, so in my hand, I'm thinking like, okay, I can lilies. I have the rare candy. I think I got it from the prizes. So I have rare candy Dragapult, and that. And I realized that Team Rocket's Watchtower threw away my plans, as you saw my hand going like this. So I was kind of upset, and I was like, oh, I have the perfect way to actually be aggressive next turn. Punch this Dusclops, put 30-30 onto the Dreepy. If he whiffs Dracloaks, right? He could definitely whiff Dracloaks, and I was very upset. And as you can see, I mean, like, oh, bro, I had the craziest play, and you took it away because of this card. And now my only thing is like, can I get a top deck of Risky Ruins? Because that's my only way out of this. And he obviously gets the Dracloak, so it's fine. So now it's like, now my plan is to I have energy, I have 1 energy, I have Fur Candy, I have Dragapult, so it's like just throw all that into the Dreepy, lilies, and try to get a better board setup for next turn, and hopefully that works. Because it just kind of still keeps me in the lead. Obviously, I don't want to punch this Dusclops, giving them damage on their side. But I think I'd still do because he could definitely whiff. I mean, he can still blow it up regardless, and all he needs is a Crispin Dragapult, which we can see in his hand. He does have Crispin in hand. He just doesn't have the Dragapult, I don't see. But he opts in to get a Badoo to slow me down. Again, it's a smart move because I have no potential draw, right? No potential way of, like, if I whiff this lilies, then it's like GG. And I'm missing 2 cards from my lilies because I took a prize last turn, so I'm only getting 6, not 8 cards. And I can't remember exactly what I got from the lilies determination, but hey, I mean, if he brings up the Badoo, that's great. But he opts in just to grab a more setup card, which is another Dreepy, instead of the Badoo. Attaches to his Dracloak. And we'll see what he does. But in my head, I'm just thinking like Dragapult, just rare candy to Dragapult because his board is now getting more aggressive. I'm definitely not taking away this Dusclops. He is just a Dragapult energy away. So I have to evolve my Dreepy to a Dragapult to keep it safe, because even if I just evolve it to a Dracloak, it's not going to survive the Dusclops ability, which is, oh my god, I'm spacing and I play it every time. Curse Blast. Once during your turn, you may put 5 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. If you use this ability, the Pokemon is knocked out. So regardless, I have to, now I'm kind of forced to play the Dragapult and hoping to grab more support Pokemon. But regardless, he is definitely could potentially take 2 prize turn. Next turn. So, oh, and I definitely forgot to hit this timer. Let's get the timer up here. We can easily fix that though. We've been on this for 10 minutes already, so we'll just put 20 minutes on the clock and just and get that going. All right, so oh, what the heck is happening? 7, 6, 9. Okay, there we go. So now it's a pass to me. Now I did exactly everything I just explained to you. Rare candy, Dragapult, attach return. And more likely I'm gonna punch with the Monkey Dory. Unless I can get Badoo. Maybe a Badoo would be great. I was thinking like maybe get Badoo, stall him out, and then he would just have to punch my Badoo if he gets a Dragapult. But I mean, he could also Dusclops the Badoo and then still bring up something. He still get a 2 prize turn. So I find Dreepy, so it's kind of good, but it's not good because he can just pop the Dusk, evolve to Dragapult, attach energy, and take it away. So it's my turn now to play the Crushing Hammers. We hit it, take away his energy. Now we have 2 psychic energies in the discard. So now I know he has 1 left because that's kind of the norm for Dragapult. They play a 3-3-3 line, or a 3-3-2 line, or a 3-3-1 line. In some cases, Straight Pult may play 4-3-2 or 4-3-1. Really depends on that specific player, but regardless, I think the math is still the same. It's like typically 9 energies they play, 9 to 8 energies. I play 8 energies in this deck. So now I understand that the possibilities of him actually having the necessary cards without the Night Stretcher is pretty good. He could still crisp in here. But I don't think he has. Yeah, he has 1. He does have the last psychic in his deck, but I don't know that at the time, so I'm kind of just hoping that he whiffs. I can just punch this thing. If he blows it up, it's fine. I obviously now I think he doesn't have the Dragapult, so now I'm kind of like, he needs 2 things. He needs Crispin, hope that he has the final psychic in his deck, as well as finding Dragapult. And I think he realizes that, and he opts to play Dusknoir to find one of his missing pieces in the discard. I mean, he does have Night Stretcher. I don't know that, but Night Stretcher also helps Crispin attach the fire, keep the darkness in hand for next turn. Night Stretcher for the psychic, put it onto the attacking Cloak that's about to be turned into a Dragapult, and then start swinging from there. So he technically has, so he found the Dragapult. He is now going to play the Crispin. So I mean, he has a lot of ways out to get to that psychic in the discard, or get to a Dragapult attacking this turn, but he had the final psychic already in his deck. Still, at this point, he has a lot of ways of playing. I think the best strat is finding, if he had fire energy in his hand. I'm not sure if he's playing Rosa, but Rosa would have been a really good play here. He could have potentially taken away 3 prizes. So he takes 1. We both take a prize here. And now I'm sorry, he's still taking a 3 prize turn because he could just punch this monkey and put all 60 on the Duskull, and now I'm just stuck with absolutely nothing. And this shows why you should not be aggressive with Dragapult. Dragapult is not to be aggressive. Dragapult is to best way to playing Dragapult is basically spread some damage, and then eventually try to take a huge it's never a deck to be like turn 2 start swinging and trying to try to be the aggressor. You're not the Raging Bolt. Just as another dragon Pokemon I love playing. Plays the Night Stretcher and goes off and takes 2 more prizes, leaving him winning the prize race. So now I technically can play Rosa, but there's no need to play Rosa. So top deck of Badoo, which is it's booties. The Ultra Ball would have been great to search for my Meowth. Oh, but Risky Ruins is in play, so it kind of helps me. And I got Tails on this Crushing Hammer, but it would have saved me so well. So now I have the ability to find my Meowth because he plays Risky Ruins instead, which is a good move by him because I have no Pokemon, and obviously spread damage is going to be very crucial. So grab the Meowth, grab the Lilies, play the Lilies. So I have to shuffle my deck, grab 6 new cards, and hope for the best. I mean, at this point, it's kind of like it's very grim. Like I don't think I'm gonna pull through. He just has a backup attacker. If he plays Rosa, there's no way I can take another. There's no way I can attack. I mean, he could just boss and take another prize and then whatever, and hope I just don't bench anything. But at the end of the day, he has more attackers and he could just like rotate them out. So it's very much he has the game. There's no way I can come back. I mean, I could unfair stamp him and bring it back, but my hand was completely garbage. 2 Jacloaks, 2 Lilies, a boss, and the Psychic Energy. Yeah, I'm doing nothing with this, so I am just attacking and just hoping to spread. I think I put 30-30 on both GPs because, again, you're not evolving those two. Dragapult. Well, I think I misplay here, and I just put 1 on the Jacloak here and 1 on the Dreepy here. 3-3, 1 on the Jacloak, 1 on the Dreepy, which I should have put up both on the Dreepies, and I would have still taken at least a prize, a 3 prize next turn. So he just, what did he? Yeah, he hits the Crushing Hammer, takes away the Psychic. Well, I'm like, yeah, it's whatever, because I have another Psychic in hand, so we're pretty much chilling. But we are also struggling. So he evolves to that Jacloak. I think he will attach for turn. And I mean, again, he did pry. And he did. All his psychics are in the deck. So my best bet is like punch this Dragapult, KO it, hope to find my unfair stamp him, and just hope he doesn't get the draw, right? So I'm not sure what that card was. I think it was a pink card. No, it was an Ultra Ball. So he Ultra Balls away to grab another Jacloak, I believe. Yes. And just to get set up here and just to start taking away my board. And again, he's going to punch me, put all 6 onto the Meowth, leaving me with 8, which is fine. Again, like my only strat is to hope he whiffs all the Psychic in the deck, but the chances of, like, he has 3 Jacloaks. I have the ability to possibly take 1 away. Even if he evolves 1 to Dragapult, it's like, okay, I have 1. I have 30 on the other Jacloak that he can evolve. He does play Rosa, as we can see. He grabs it. Him keeping the Rosa would have been a better play, but he didn't. He opts to grab the. I don't know what the second card was. It Lilies. He should have grabbed Rosa in that scenario, because once I punch this, I'm taking a 3 prize lead. I'm taking 3 prizes, and he will eventually. I would just have 1. He'll have 3. Rosa wins them the game. That's it. But he doesn't play the Rosa. He opts not to grab it, which kind of is like a mistake. But he could potentially grab it here. Again, this is if I whiff the unfair stamp. So regardless, it's all uncertain. Like, what is the best play if I get the unfair stamp? Because it's just going to get recycled in his deck regardless. But technically the correct play is to play as if you're not. I don't know. It's kind of hard. It's like you want to play for the unfair stamp, but again, it's like you don't. I mean, regardless, the hand's going to get shuffled in. So I think the best correct play for him, what it should have been, grabbing the Rosa, keeping the Rosa in hand. Regardless, the unfair stamp is going to shuffle your hand into your deck regardless. So just having it would have been better. He's grabbing a Dragapult for next turn, just so he has it. Let's see what he got here. And I think at this point he's just going to attack. He's just to give up math. He's about to shuffle his deck. And yeah, so he swings for 200, puts the 60 on the Meowth. Meowth has 80 now. So now it's my turn to run and see how this game goes. I do have boss. Oh, but then I just lose. Yeah. Um, Debating on playing this Crispin, but then it's like, oh, he's just a boss away from winning, and then I'm like, well, if he knocks this, he knocks my Dragapult, then I just lose regardless because I have no backup attackers. I don't, and this in my head in this game, I was like, dang, why did Blood Moon is so powerful. I wish I had Blood Moon back in this deck, and I haven't played with Blood Moon in so long, but it was like I was just thinking about like I wish I just had Blood Moon. I would be okay. Well, I opted to play the dusk the what's it called the Dreepy. I totally forgot about Risky Ruins. As you can see, I don't put the damage counters on it. Um, because I wouldn't play it down if that was the case. Because regardless, he's just boss away, boss energy, Dragapult, which we know we have a Dragapult. As you can see, he puts the damage counters for me because like I completely forgot. I was like, oh dang, and in my head, I was like, oh, that's a huge play. He got it. All he needs is a boss. And he has the game. But regardless, even if he knocks out my only Dragapult, it's like it's game regardless. So, hand is pretty really bad. No unfair stamp to stall him out. No special red. I did lilies, so it's basically like these hands are just terrible. So I'm like, okay, I think you got it. I think you win. I just take a 3 prize right here, and let's see what you have. So he obviously brings up the one with the energy, and then I'm like, all right, do you have boss? I was like, or he doesn't even need boss at this point. I was like, do you have it? And I was like, I think you already have it. Like you already set up. You have the Dragapult and everything. And he's like, wait, I still have to find the energy. I was like, oh, okay, sure. And then he top decks the Rosa. He top decks the Rosa. I'm like, okay. He's like, wait, let me play it correctly. And Dragapult Rosa grabs the energies, takes the 3 prizes, and they're all right, guys. We're here in the final round, bring you another Dragapult matchup. Oh dang, something just fell from my desk. But we're going against Chicken Pult this time. Second Chicken Pult of the run. So we went against 3 Dragapults, 2 Chicken Pults, 1 Dusknoir, and I am also playing Dusknoir. So now we just got the fist bump. Can't forget the wait, come on. Can't forget the clock. So we are currently 0-3. This is by far the worst I've ever played, I feel like. But again, I haven't played in person in over like about a month. I played online I just came back to playing Pokemon the week of like those first 3 streams I did in the month of June. At the end of the month of June is basically the time I came back to Pokemon. So I don't really have that much knowledge of what was going on in the meta and how people were playing and certain strats and what was good. Like I didn't know Chicken Pult was actually really popular. Pult edition. I knew it was like, and I knew it was a variant from obviously NAIC and stuff, but it was the worst one out of the 3. It was obviously straight Pult, Dragapult Noir, and then Chicken Pult was last. But now apparently Chicken Pult is kind of better than Dusk Noir, and there's a debate on it's better than the Straight Pult at this time. But I was just like, I didn't know what people was playing, so this tournament was just me just to go get some content, see how people are playing, see what decks are going. So yeah. So ideally we are playing with so now I have a better insight. On Saturday, when I went to the second tournament, that was like a different meta. I was playing Graham. There was only like one Dragapult, and I think that was me. Um, so it's hard to like debate, but it's like, okay, so now I know Grim and Dragapult are highly, and then there's just like a whole bunch of randomness. So I think sticking with the Dust Noirs for me is kind of better. I just like the Dust Noirs. It just feels right. I tried Chicken Pull on stream. I just kept losing. I couldn't find the strat. I feel like if I played it more, then I'll get used to it. But I just don't think Chicken Pull is the necessary. And I'm not going to Worlds, so I think Chicken Pull is just great for Worlds potential because if the Mega Escadrilles are in play. But I don't think it's the play for what's it called, for locals. I think the Dust Noirs are better. I mean a lot of people play Psyducks, but it's like you can get around that. It's not that's not a hard thing to do. Monkey Dory and 4 damage counters on the Psyduck, then you still have a game, right? So obviously back to this game. She's having a terrible start. She opts to play Torchic as the active, and then she just punches the Clefairy, Christmas to it, passes. Not good on her part. Unfortunately, she bricked. And now I'm thinking, like, how can I get this going? I have Rare Candy, I believe, in my hand. So I'm just kind of, like, probably checking real quick, seeing what I can do here. My thinking is, I think I have Rosa in hand. What do I have here? I'll grab a Jacloak. Okay. I honestly can't remember too much of this game. I'm sorry if you hear background noise. They're doing the lawn right now, and it's pretty loud. So let's see. What was I thinking here? I recon, see what I get. I think I opt in just to grab the Buddy, just to grab another Duskull is the play, just to get set up next turn. And I can always just grab the Dreepy later. So I'm just like, let's just play this, grab another Dusk. I think I prized it. No, I have it. Boom. Here we go. So the strat here is depending on what he plays next turn. I mean, Dragapult, knock out the Clefairy, and punch so this is like kind of a good play. I have what's it called? Rare Candy, Dragapult. I didn't want to play the Dragapult right away because of the Clefairy. It would just obviously KO me if they can bench 2 other Pokemon, right? So I was like, nah, I'll hold on to it. I was just a Fire Energy away. I discard it. I couldn't play because I just like already attached the Psychic. So the big play was Rare Candy, Dragapult. Next turn, pop the Dusclops here, and see where we go. And I was obviously, and also Boss. Like, Boss is highly key. So, grab mine. She just passes again after just dropping the Dreepy. Not good. And I'm thinking, like, okay, we can just get another setup here. We can just take some time. We don't have to be aggressive this turn. We can stall out for a second, right? I'm debating on the Crispin or the Crushing Hammer. I opted for the Crushing Hammer, and it's a Tails. I wish I got... At that point, I was like, I should just grab the Dusclops so I can just have it on my active and just chill. So I play the Team Rocket's Watchtower to make sure there's no shenanigans. What did I have in my hand? I thought about playing Crispin, but I was like, no, let me just get more potential Dreepy, Jacloaks out and get my board set up because game setup is more beneficial, as we saw in our last match against Chin. So she just taps, and we're going for the perfect, hopefully. And then let's see, we got the Dusclops, so I'm not too mad about grabbing that Crushing Hammer now. Grab the Pokepad, search for the next Dracloak. What time is it? Okay, and then let's see. Um, oh, double double cloaks. The dust clops is now in play. So I basically have to just wait an extra turn. Grab the Dusknoir, have boss for next turn. And then we're looking good. I mean, we're just missing energy at this point for next turn, and we're pretty cooking. Um, so I just pass, give it to her. Hopefully, I can keep my Dust Clops in play. And let's see what she has to offer. Um, um, so I think for me, I'm pretty much have like an impossible board state because I should have evolved the dust noir off on this dust clops on the bench, but regardless, it's kind of safe. I guess it doesn't really matter unless I get like um, judged again, but I don't think she's playing judge. She plays the Lily. I mean, my worst case scenario here is like I guess rare candy, Blaziken, and start swinging with that. And then now I'm just kind of hoping for the boss play to get the Clefairy out because that's my only like my mega loss. Also, if I can get a Rosa, can also be beneficial here because I am gonna blow some things up. Um, puts down 2 Dreepies, gets her board a little bit more set up. Now I'm kind of like, okay, let's see what we can do here. What is the best strat? What is the takeaway? It originally was just to leave the Torchic alive and KO the Cloak, but now I'm kind of thinking like we need to take away the Torchic because that comes into play. Then she will get back a lot of energies, and we don't want energies. And um, just for sake, let's just put this up here. Lily's, just so for people know what Lily's Clefairy does. Lily's Clefairy has the ability Fairy Zone. The weakness of each of your opponent's Dragon Pokemon in play is now weak to Psychic. So pretty bad for the Dragapult matchup. But luckily it has 190 HP, so you can KO it right back if you can get another Dragapult set up. And then obviously the Blaziken, obviously we touched note on the first game, but just in case some people need to see it again, Blaziken has the Seething Spirit, where it once during your turn you may attach a basic energy and from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. So it's just a great energy acceleration type card, and especially with a 320 HP, it's hard to KO. So I pop my Dust Noir, giving her a prize. Puts it all on 130 on the Clefairy. At this point, I'm thinking I can't play the boss because I decided to play the Rosa. Oh, I realized what happened. I prized both my fires, and my last fire, so Crispin wouldn't even help. I wouldn't be able to search for it with the Dust Noir, so I had to play the Rosa. And at this point, I grab another Dust Noir. And I'm debating on popping it and putting it on the cloak. And I put the wrong damage. Okay, there we go. So I do pop it, and we both take a prize this turn. And now I'm taking a 4 prize lead here. So I knock out this Torchic and put all 6 on the Clefairy, making it perfect math to then take another 4 prize. Yeah, 4. Was that right? Yeah, four prize. Um, yeah, just because the Clefairy takes 2 prizes, and then with the Torchic plus the Dusknoir, that's 4 prizes, and down to so now the prize races I have 2, she has 4, but Dragapult can still take it, and that's the good thing about Dragapult. You should always come up. Um, I mean, at this point, it's kind of looking grim because she won't be able to attack me this turn. I mean, she could Dragon Headbutt me, but that doesn't really that wouldn't do her any favors. I can just put if she punched me now, I can just try to find Monkey Dory. I think I still have another Dark in my deck, and I can just move the 30 into the bench and board wipe, and then she starts searching, see what she can do. Based off what other Blaziken players play, um, there's no Blood Moon, there's no cheeky little backup attacker other than the Clefairy, but we know Clefairy's in the discard. I mean, I can't remember if she played a supporter, but I mean, she could Night Stretcher, Clefairy, Crispin, but then she doesn't have a way out of the active. So it's kind of like she's in a pickle. She's in a huge pickle at this point. It's looking grim for her. Um, so then, yeah, I think at this point, it's not much she can do. Even even if she, I'm still taking 1 prize, and the next turn I'm taking another prize regardless, because I'm just a boss away. She bosses my Pokemon up just to stall me out, hopefully, which is pretty good. She um, bosses, and I'm just kind of looking to see what I have. I don't have energy, and now I'm just kind of thinking like, what do I even have energy? I do have. I only have one, like no energies in discard, so I know they're either prized or they're all in my deck. So obviously, let's see. We have actually had 2 fires in my deck. What was I thinking? I don't understand that whole play with the Rosa. I guess it was my only line to get to energies to attack. So I just searched for Monkey, thin out my deck, trying to search for this energy card. Um, Before I cloak here, and I do believe I had another Pokepad in hand. Let's look at my hand. Um, Crushing Hammer, it's useless because I don't have. Oh, Ultra Ball. Yeah, let's thin some cards we don't really need anymore. Like the Rare Candy. The Rare Candy can go. And I mean, okay. It doesn't really matter because at this point I'm just trying to search for the energy and try to thin as much as possible. I do have. We're just keep thinning. So, yep, thin as much as possible is the correct way of going. Try to thin out your deck, and just looking at my my whole deck is basically 6 energies in there. I'm sorry, 5 energies just chilling there, and I have potential seeing 4 cards. My deck is pretty low, and let's see. Yeah, at this point, it's just searching for energy. And look at that. Got the energy on the first recon. Search for again. Opt in just to grab the Pokepad. But I think at this point, it's like, I don't think I have any more Pokemon in my thing. But I can also get Unfair Stamp, and who knows. And uh, it doesn't really matter because Unfair Stamp, like, it goes back to the deck regardless. Attach, retreat. Throw up my Dragapult and hit this and just put 30-30 on 30-30 on the Torchic, and the Droopy is the correct play, I believe, even though the Kabuskin is 100 HP. It's still in range. If you get a Monkey Dory in play with a Dark Energy, you can still KO it. Um, So yeah, and then kind of it's like if she has momentum, if she has another boss, but if she plays boss, she can't Crispin, and she needs Crispin. She whiffed the energy last turn, so it's not looking good whatsoever for her, unfortunately. And it didn't really matter as well because I did have boss in hand and I didn't play supporter that turn. So we just retreat, boss, bring up the one with the energy, and she's still in the pickle. So yeah, and Meowth wouldn't even do her justice here because of the Team Rocket's Watchtower. Um, and I think she's debating on which to grab. She grabs Fez. Um, just to draw more cards, just to see. I mean, sorry. She is sitting with Crispin in hand, so she has the ability to get to attacking Dragapult this turn. But I think but just not having another out to a Dragapult is kind of like rough, and I think she whiffed here, and she did whiff. Oh, she potentially can grab another Dracloak and hope to find this last Dragapult. But I do believe they only play 2 Dragapults in their Blaziken list, and I think she discarded one. So finding one card in a huge deck is very, very grim. And as you can see, she didn't have the extra Dracloak. So she grabs a monkey. At this point, she just fizzles out because she can't get the Dragapult play. And then I remember her telling me that she was like, I wish I never got the Fez and just went for Dragapult and see if you had boss. And see if you had boss there. Because I'm sitting with, yeah. I was going to say if she had Unfair Stamp. She evolves to Combustion. I mean, she has the Christmas. She could attack, but I mean, she has another boss. She could do another boss stall. But at that point, it's just like kind of grim because like I do have just one prize left, and she still has 4. Again, you can still make a huge comeback with the Dragapult. If I just fizzled out, if I have a lot of energies in the deck still. At this point, she just packs it up, says, I can't. Nope, I just don't have it. You have it next turn. Something I can do. And yeah, that ends that ends round number 4, the final round. And I hope you guys, for all of you who stuck around and continue watching and made it to the end of me rambling and sneezing and yawning and the whatnot, I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next one, which is funny enough. I started this video on Friday of last week, and now it's Thursday of the next week, and I'm about to go film the next one right now, and I'm hoping to get the next video up sooner because I'm planning to post 2 videos a week. So stay tuned for that. Again, I'll be streaming here and there. It's been a little rough this week as far as streaming goes, but till next time, I hope you have a fantastic time. Thank you again for watching it and helping out the algorithm in my watch time by making it this far. Adios, guys.